watch live or when you watch straight? Everybody, this is Travis Peavy along with Lance Wade and sideline reporter Matthew Peavy. We're here at Raider Field on the brand new campus of the Bacon County High School. This is the inaugural game. This is the first game that we'll be playing here, one of very many, in a beautiful new stadium, beautiful new field. The atmosphere is great. People from Bacon County have shown up everywhere, Lance, and the stadium is coming to a capacity.
Son, we are undefeated. You hear me? We are undefeated on this football field. Looking for great things from Bacon County's offense tonight. If we can get that offense clicking there, Rev, it's going to be a long night for the opposition. And speaking of long, it's been a long time since we've taken these boys down, hasn't it?
It has been. We've had some, in recent years, we've had some great matchups with Charlton County, but Charlton County comes in here with a well-deserved reputation. They are the Class A public school state champions, and they just reload year after year. Coach McWhorter has always put out a good product. He's been there now for about 25 years, and some great, not only great high school players, but even great college players and great NFL players have come through Charlton County. But tonight they come into the confines of our wonderful field, and we are loaded this year too with a lot of outstanding seniors. Some have been playing and starting since they were freshmen, so playing in big ball games is not anything that's new to them. It's just a matter of how we execute and what kind of energy we bring, execution we bring, and the one that's able to execute, cut down on penalties, and cut down on mistakes is the one that's going to walk out of here a winner tonight.
Well, and for all the community to have this blessing, it's just what you have to say it is, to look around and to see people don't even want to get in the seats yet. Nice seats up here to be had, but they don't want to get in them yet. They want to stand around and look. Beautiful facilities, awesome. From the scoreboard to the play clock to the field goals, padded. Hey, the grass is even good. That was a big concern for us here. We tried to sprig it and had all kinds of issues with that, and then ended up sodding the field, and it looks beautiful out there.
Something new that we're doing tonight, speaking of the field, speaking of the sod, we're going down on the field with Matthew Peavy, and he's going to give us a field report.
Good evening, Raider Nation, and I tell you what, the excitement is in the air down here as the boys here in pregame. Real intense, very, very kind of intense and quiet, and talking with a few of them. And knowing and being around the program, I can tell that they're focused tonight and they're ready to take care of business. And like you said, Lance and Travis, the fans are ready and they're in a rare fashion tonight. The student section has already been up and going. We got a few injuries. Big man Washington is going to be out for the Raiders tonight as he had an injury last week on the sideline, even though he was already sidelined. And he'll be out for another 6 weeks. And then Charlton County Indians have a few players out. Their biggest guys, the big nose tackle, is going to be out for tonight. And so that's going to hopefully play in the favor of the Red Raiders. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Matt. And we're here again excited. We're waiting for the kickoff. We're about to go into our pregame show, D.L. Lee and Sons, the coaches show, and then we're going to go into some commercials for our sponsors, which we appreciate so much. It's an exciting time here at Bacon County, and we're excited about the game that's about to take place. It's a game of war. They call it a gladiator sport, and they call it that for a reason, and we're just a few minutes away from our gladiators and Charlton County's gladiators meeting on the field of battle. It's going to be a slobber knocker, old South Georgia war. That's what it's going to be about.
Don't miss it.
That's why we love it. Back to the studio right now.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
As I look up come the Charlton County coaches, they're coming up from the bottom. They've met with their team, and now they're coming up to the top to be able to call plays down to the sideline. Look across the field, Charlton County looks like they're marching their seniors out to represent them. Right behind them, about 20 yards behind them or 25 yards, is the Bacon County senior football players that are coming. We've got a good representation of seniors on both sides, and it's almost time to duel. It's almost time for us to strap on the headsets. It's almost time for us to put the helmets on and tighten everything up and let toe meet leather.
That's it. Charlton County is in black and white, and we're in black and red. Rev, as you were talking about them kind of coming up, they have come up from the swamp, so we are fixing to see what this powerhouse has, and it's going to be an exciting football game. I just cannot get over how awesome this is. A huge blessing for this community, but as I'm looking out from the press box, I see cars parked all the way up the road. The people are turning out. It's a blackout here. You know, a lot of excitement. I hope that we can keep the rain away. You know, we've been watching the radar, and it seems as though it's building and then it dissipates, and so we're mighty humid down on the field.
And that may wind up being a problem in the game. Both teams, you know, Charlton County's coming from a single A division, and we're from a double A, but just recently come up to double A. So both schools, in other words, we don't. Neither one of us have 100 players on the sideline. We both.
That's right.
Have a lot of our players be going both ways on both teams, and as the game wears on, conditioning, cramping, things like that could wind up being an issue. We hope not. We want a good, clean game, but it seems to me, and I played a lot of football games in rain over in Ware County, and the more it rains and the more humid it is, it just seems like it takes more out of you, and then you've got an issue where cramping and dehydration and things like that come into play.
And there seems to be no wind. You know, you look at the flag, and it's kind of barely moving right down on the field just before you take that mile hike that we came up here to the Mile High Stadium. It is just extremely muggy. It's already kind of low, and there's water around us, and so cramping and those kind of things will be an issue tonight, I would imagine. But it looks good over there to see that black and red, doesn't it, Rev? Lining up behind the referee as both of our seniors from both squads are lined up as Charlton County comes and takes the field opposite side now. That BC out in the middle of this football field looks good. Got it all striped up. I'm telling you what, this place has come a long way just in the last week. They have done an amazing job to make this whole thing happen.
You know, I came out here about Monday and rode through, and I came out here Tuesday and rode through, and then came out here Wednesday and rode through. Was out here last night riding through looking, and the transformation of the field, the transformation of the grounds. For you that are listening, maybe didn't catch us when we first came on, we're in a brand new facility, brand new high school. You can still see some signs of construction that's going on, and we're getting everything ready. And this has been a much anticipated event that's taking place. And you look, and I don't know if anybody's left uptown in Bacon County or in Alma. I mean, this place is packed on our side.
I think they can have it if they're up in town. Whoever's still up there, absolutely, Rev. It is packed as Charlton County now is gathering behind their banner. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the scoreboard to kind of count down as our Bacon County fans see our boys coming out of the field house.
And don't you know these guys are excited?
I'm telling you.
They're the first team ever to play on this field, a field that's going to, I hope, have state championships and region championships. We all have those top hopes, and they're the ones that's going to come and represent this senior class. They're excited. All of them are smiling, and our fans are excited. This is going to be a great evening.
The energy and everything you get from a Friday night football game, already is compounded when you kind of get here, and these kids are amped up and ready to play football on a Friday night. But when it's multiplied times 5 when you have a new stadium, and man, this thing looks like something any college facility. Matter of fact, I've been to some colleges that didn't have, about what we have here kind of deal. So it looks amazing. They even have the seniors on their own little version of the dog walk kind of deal, a little senior walk over here as you see the crowd comes in. They've got pictures of the players up with seniors all along the fence, and so pretty exciting times here to be a Red Raider.
Well, I'm excited. I'm extremely excited to be a part of this. You and I both,
That's right.
Lance, excited. One of the things that coming in to be a pastor in this community, it's going on 5 years ago now, I've seen the community change from a community that was somewhat depressed. Now there seems to be a little bit of life, and all of these things are exciting. The football, the school, those type things. We've got new leadership here at the school. These type things is the things that help bring a community together. And when you got community pride, that attracts businesses, that attracts everything else in the community. And I can truly say tonight that I'm proud to be a member of the Bacon County family, because we're celebrating this thing together. And this is just the beginning, I hope, of many good things to come. I'm not trying to over-dramatize this. I really believe what I'm telling you.
That's right. Well, the whole athletic department is boosted by this right here. We're making a big deal of the football program tonight because there happens to be a little football game going on here in just a minute as Charlton County elects. I think they're going to receive to start the ball game. There's a lot of momentum going on. Football feeds all the other programs, big softball and a lot of other things, tennis courts being put up, baseball fields all around. Right. It is just great to be and see this huge blessing called Bacon County High School and Middle Schools.
No doubt about it. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Bacon County Red Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle. Ready to go to war. We're going to go down in just a second to Matt on the sideline and see what the atmosphere is like down there. Go ahead, Matt. Okay, we're having a little bit of breakup right there, but it's good to have the coach, Coach Kofer. I look at him right here. I had an opportunity to talk to him today, and he's real excited. He's glad to be part of this inaugural program. He feels like Bacon County is on the verge of having a long winning tradition, and that's exciting to me when the head coach has that kind of has that kind of excitement. He's brought a wonderful, exciting staff. I didn't comment on this the other day, Lance, but I was after the game against Lanier County, we had an unsportsmanlike conduct because of the way we acted, and I heard one of our coaches at the end of the game, he dressed them as a whole. He didn't pick any one person out, but he addressed them. He said, let me tell you something. unsportsmanlike conduct calls by the way we act, y'all get ready. We're going to be doing some gassers.
That's right, and they did.
And, you know, that's a way to make sure that when we do things from a selfish motive, that we have to pay the price, and that's what team football, team sports is all about. It's all about the team. It's not about the individual.
Well, I can tell you, and we've stated it before, and we're set to kick it away here to start this ball game. But Coach is about raising young men, and that's what's out here on the football field tonight. We look forward to a great game. All right, we set, and Bacon County kicks it off, and it's a high kick, and they're going to not fair catch it. They're going to take it, and we hit him immediately. Whoa. He is down at the 36-yard line as we hit him hard, but he admirably fielded it and didn't call fair catch or anything.
Yeah,
first and 10 for Charlton. That's it. First and 10 for Charlton at the 37-yard line. Great field position to start the game. Here we go, Rev. What are we looking like? Talk to me.
Well, I look at our defensive line, and we're set. I would think that we're going to do everything we can to stop number 8, the powerhouse. He's just a junior. His name
Andrew Lee.
Andrew Lee. You're going to be hearing a lot of him tonight. I actually was at Irwin County last year in the semifinals of the state playoffs, and number 8, as a sophomore, took Charlton County on his back.
And we get off sides right there immediately. Jay Jackson jumps, ready to go.
Just early game jitters. I don't know if he wanted his name to be the first one called on the radio or not.
They've got number 14, Jimmy Nettles, a junior quarterback, and they have a 3 wide receiver set to the right, and they've got that horse of a running back, Andrew Lee, behind him. Both of those guys in the backfield are juniors. It's going to be first down and 5 for Charlton County. They go on a second snap, and then Nettles fires deep down the right-hand side, and he's wide open. He's going to be down at about the 30-yard line. Luckily, the pass was kind of high and behind him, and it
took advantage of. That was the same play that Pierce scored on that out and up, and they saw something on film, and they tested our defensive back right to start off with. So we're all geared up to stop the run, and they do some play action and do a great pass. In fact, if he hadn't stumbled, it'd have been 6.
That's right. Nettle shows he can put it on, and then they jumped this time. I think we moved a little bit as well, but I think they moved first.
Yes.
That's going to be a 5-yarder on them. It's going to be first and 15. One thing I can say, Rev, is Nettles put it out there. It was a pretty ball. You know, he wasn't intimidated. I don't think they come in with a whole lot of passing yards in the last game or two that I've seen, but they can do it. They can do both.
Turn to hand the ball.
Now here, number 8, and we stack him up behind the line. There's a flag down here as the side judge comes in.
I wonder what that call could be.
I hope we didn't line up in the neutral zone. That's a holding on Charlton County.
Great.
I would imagine we may even decline that penalty. I'm not sure.
Matthew, what's the energy like down there on the field? Okay.
It's more energetic than that, I promise you, Ref. It's more energetic than that. And we are going to take the penalty, so that's going to back them up 10 yards. It's going to be second down and about 25-ish. So
Dalton Yamans, he can get ready. They're going to come at him until he shows that he can stop it, don't you think? This
Absolutely.
is his first year playing defensive back, so they always pick on that guy.
All right, they throw it out here to the left, and he's open as well, and he tries to cut it back up, but we hit him, and a ball comes sailing on the field. I don't know what that was about.
Well, it looks like our kicker was kicking.
Into the net.
Into the net, and he missed. He shanked it.
Shanked the practice kick. Okay, all right, third down. It came in late, so it didn't mess with the play at all. It just messed with me a little bit.
I've seen a lot of things. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
And we continue the tradition of doing things that's never been done before, I suppose. All right, so a big
shanked the practice kick.
I'm pretty sure it's third down. Big big third down. The down marker over there says second down, but I
We
thought
got
it was
third
just second
on the board
down. Yeah,
and second on the down
big
marker.
third down here for our Raider defense.
They're going to test us right here. Let's see what kind of pressure that we can get.
They're probably going to stay in a 4 wide receiver. Jay
There goes
Jackson
Jay.
pressures the quarterback. The pass is high. I thought it was high, but he was going to another man. He gets about 10 yards.
Great out and up.
Yeah, pretty
Not out
pass.
and up, but down and out, yeah.
Right over to the sidelines. Thought it was to a short receiver. He jumped for it.
Number 18, A.J. Bia. Looks like
So
that's
now
his
they're
name.
going to say it's third down, or are they going to say
A.J.
it's fourth
Bale.
down?
They're showing third down.
I guess it's
but-
third down now.
Okay.
I guess the one play we did was a hold, and that play didn't count. All right, so they pass it out here left, and we
Boom.
hit him immediately as Payson
Payson.
Sams does a great job of reading the screen. Got to him way before the offensive lineman could even get out there.
Great play by Payson. You know,
gonna
they
be-
got a kicker that was
Yes, sir.
that was kicking it from, I know, from 40 yards. I don't know if they're lining up to punt it or to kick it right here.
Well, regardless if they're lining up to kick it, we better watch the fake.
Right. This is their
Now they're going to run the
kicker.
quarterback out. I don't know if the quarterback is the holder. He's looking to kick the ball right from right there. It'll be a 47-yarder.
I would look for 44 right here on this end if they're going to try.
And the wind is blowing slightly in his favor, so
You know, we
This is-
came awful close to blocking some kicks last week.
this is Thomas Johnson. And
No.
I don't know if we blocked it or not, but the kick was no good, and so our defense stands,
Stands up.
huge
Great
stand
play,
right here.
yes.
After giving up a big play right there, the first play of the game, kind of took a little mojo out of us, and we come back and stand tall on defense. They get nothing. Now we're going to have good field position. Well, I thought we did, but we're not playing college football there, Rev. That's tomorrow.
That's right.
You worried about
Or
that game tomorrow?
Kind of. I don't like South Carolina. I don't like going in that place at all, especially when Spurrier's at the helm. He's been a chief nemesis of the Dogs.
That's it. We're staying right here with you. Drell Green in at quarterback. He gives a signal. We've got our bigs over to the right, and now we have a penalty flag down. And I just imagine that's some kind of motion or something. Yep.
Yeah, looks like it.
Little new formation there. Start the ball game. We had an offensive lineman in the backfield, it looked like. I think we're about to hand it off to him, Ref. 1st and 15 now. So we take that 5-yard penalty. That's one thing we can't afford to do tonight.
No, we can't play behind the sticks all night. Can't do it.
We will not play championship football and beat championship teams that way, and we're stood up as the ball carrier never made it through.
It was that Jacob
Carver on the carry. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. No gain on the play. We immediately come back to the line. This fast-paced offense. You can see the safety cheating over towards Tron over here. Drell keeps it, and he's going to go around the right side, and there's a little bit of room there. He gets out of
10 yards,
bounds. Yeah, he gets a good bit of yardage up to the 27-yard line.
That's right. He got
It's
a
going to
12-yard
be
yard gain.
3rd down and about 4. And we're right back up to the line of scrimmage. We're given no time. Carver
There's
off the
Jacob.
right side, and he is hit hard, and no gain really on the play. It's going to be 4th down. And now we have a penalty. Flag come up. I don't know who that was on, but Charlton County's clapping.
On Jacob. He got up and pushed him off with his forearm.
So that's going to
And
be a
they're-
personal foul.
They're masters. Charlton County, Clinch County, and all them are masters
Absolutely.
at talking. You know, they just play that kind of game, and they
Get in your head.
get in your head. And then when something like this happens, that's what winds up happening. They wind up marking us off and getting us in bad place, all because we're not playing with our head, playing with our
15-yarder.
emotion. That's right.
Just gave away 15 yards of field position is what that amounted to. We were probably going to punt anyway, but
It was after the play, so it is it's a dead ball foul, so it doesn't. We don't get to do it again.
it is 4th down, and now we're going to –
They're calling fourth. Yeah, they were asking.
they're making sure, the referee's making sure that it was post
Yep.
after the play there, and it was. So we're punting away from our own goal line. Charlton early on is winning the field position battle. Payson gets a good punt off. It's going to be fielded right at the 50, and he breaks the initial wave, and that's going to be trouble. Payson's coming over to try to stop the jailbreak, but he's going to go in off the right side, and he's going to score. We knew we were in trouble as Charlton County returns the punt all the way back for a touchdown, and just like that, it's 6-0.
Okay, we're going down to Matthew on the sideline. Matt, what's the reaction down there?
Guys, to be honest with you, we are very sloppy right now down here, and we just missed the tackle. Jacob Carver missed him, and you've seen the rest of it. Back up to you guys. Okay, guys,
you know, it was a good kick. It was a long kick, but it was a low liner, which gave them time to set everything up. And everybody's going to this weird formation. Weird formation on these extra points. You don't never know what's going to happen. Pierce pulled one on us last week.
This Thomas Johnson is a sophomore. We get in to rush the kick, but it does ugly go through.
I think we got a piece of it. I think Demetrius got a piece of it, but it still
with 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this first quarter, Charlton County strikes first. It's 7-0. You're listening to Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle. Charlton County is set to kick it away to us here. Charlton County is set to kick it away. Kick is up by number 7, Tevis Dasher. We have our wedge set. Tron goes up through the middle of it, just like it's coached to do, and we make good return all the way up to about the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Red Raiders, and we'll waste no time, I promise you, setting up.
Yeah, we're running this real quick pace, trying to get the offense or the defense in a situation where they can't make any substitutions, and we're running a quick pace offense. You know, this is the new age, or the new in what's going on in football today. I'm not sure I really like it, but it is what's taking place, trying to get more offensive plays in every game.
Aubrey Carter in for the first time at quarterback. Wesley Cawthorn off to his right. Checks down now. He seems to be changing the play possibly.
Middle of the field is going to be open tonight.
And we give it to Cawthorn and nothing doing.
You know, it's when you see defensive linemen getting up off the ground and your offensive linemen are standing around, somebody's not getting blocked.
Absolutely.
We got to get after it. If we're going to try to run the ball, and I think we're going to have to run the ball. That's what they're going to make us do, is run the football. If we're going to do that, then we're going to have to maintain some blocks.
2nd down, Aubrey rolls out to his right. He's under pressure. He avoids it a little bit, but then he's brought down. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. We'll call it 13.
I'm telling you where I'm at. Is that the quarterback that's playing safety, number 12?
No, that's quarterback is number 14.
Okay. I'm telling you, I don't know if they're playing man. Are they playing man with a safety in the middle?
I'll watch him this time. Aubrey with the pass. He's hit, and it is intercepted all the way down to the 40-yard line. They were going to get it anyway. That's Aubrey trying to make a play. His arm was hit as he went to pass the ball, and we have a man down. I think that's Dalton Allman. He goes both ways for us. We're going to take a timeout here You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5. Field and off the right side with the number 8, the one who we're hyping before the game. Andrew Lee takes it off the right side. We do a good job of clogging the middle, but not until he gets about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
It looks to me like Charlton is just getting more penetration. They're firing off the ball and putting a body on a body, and it's just their initial surge is the difference right now.
Yeah, they're winning the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, now.
I say that, and then we hit this number 8 3 times, and he spins around and gets back to the line of scrimmage when we had him tied up 2 yards deep.
Yeah, he did, and finally was brought down by Anthony Florence, but he had him by his shoestrings. But it looks like our defensive front is playing very, very well. Along the defensive line, you got Dylan Miles. You also got Jay Jackson on one end. You got Anthony Florence playing linebacker, along with Payson Sams and Demetrius Williams.
Big 3rd down here, and Jay Jackson jumps again.
He's listening and not watching, and that's going to give them
right.
very close to a 1st down.
They
just
watch
things
film.
that we can't do. Just things that we can't do.
So a 3rd down and a long 6 becomes 3rd down and 1. And that's absolutely, Rev, we can't do that. Jay Jackson's a young man who's played a well of a season to this point. And he's been back there firing off the ball. It's where he's made his living. They try to do a little sneak, and they don't get.
No.
From what I see,
Not
they don't
from
get
where
anything.
they're coming in to spot it.
Yeah, they get maybe a half a yard, if that. And that's a perfect spot. It looks we got the ball. I didn't see a fumble, but we get the ball.
That's a big break.
That's a real big break. Jeremy Snow comes up, number 60.
Boy, he's playing good this year.
Absolutely. He comes up with the football, and that's a beautiful sight seeing that big 60 come up there with that
Boy,
big
I'll
skin.
take that. Maybe that'll change the momentum a little bit. We come out with all the festivities. We seemed a little bit punch drunk or whatever, but now it looks like we're coming up and got some momentum.
Aubrey Ian rolling out to his left. Good block, and he throws a decent pass. I think it was just.
Can't hit somebody in the hands. Yeah, that was a drill. He's normally sure-handed. It was a good pass.
Yeah, it was all the way to the other side of the field. We couldn't see if it hit him right in the hands or it was a little far out from him, but good-looking play, just didn't execute. Again, this is what we've done on offense nearly all season. You know, we kind of put it all together for a little while, and then it falls apart. Execution is going to be our key to success tonight.
You got to be able to pitch and catch if you're going to run this kind of offense, so I can just tell you.
Drill in motion. Comes to the other side. They have to change up their coverage now. They don't do a whole lot of changing, to be honest with you.
Telling you if we can break backside here.
We go right up the middle with Cawthorn again, I think, and nothing doing. It's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 9.
Well, you know, right there, I just saw this, and I don't want to get on this officiating deal. You know, we had such a big mess last week. We talked about it, but their guy just pushed ours after he's already started. We got a 15-yard penalty when Jacob Carver reacted a while ago, but now it's always the second guy that gets pushed or pushes back is the one that gets penalized, not the guy that initiates it.
4 minutes and some change clicking away here in the first quarter. Good guys are down 7-0. Big 3rd down here for our Raider offense. Aubrey gets the snap, sets, throws deep for Tron. He's got it. A man had a step there for just a second, just slightly overthrown.
Good ball. It was thrown to the right place.
Especially considering he took a lick when he delivered it. And you can just bank on that. Charlton County is going to look to put pressure. They're going to try to make us one-dimensional here tonight.
It's just like Matt said, they're extremely, extremely fast. And playing Pierce, even though they had some athletes, they were not extremely fast on their feet. They were big, but they were not extremely fast. But
4th down here. Now we're going to run out. We've got everybody going in different directions. We do line it up. Now we do a pooch kick. And nothing doing. It's down at the 32. Not a good kick. I like the idea.
Yep.
Get them out of that punt formation. We'll be back. Good guys are down 7-0. You're listening to Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle.
Charlton County up underneath center takes a snap, and there's a whistle, and we've got a flag for offsides on the defense. Once again, they're starting 1st and 5. That's 3 times in a row.
And Coach is not liking it. He ends up calling a timeout to talk with his troops to gather everybody back together. We'll take another timeout here. You're listening to Raider football on 93.5.
Back, everybody, after a timeout. Maybe Coach Kofer has drilled something in their heads, and Charlton County's 1st and 5.
Well, just like we have not started fast yet this time. They like what they see over there. They go off to the right side again, throw out wide to the right. Man-to-man out there. Just too much ball field, too much green grass as the quarterback just throws it to a spot. Receiver goes and gets it. Great play again by Charlton County, the play that hurt us first of the game, 1st and 10.
It didn't look like it was that great a play or that great a pass, but it was enough to get the job done. And their receiver went up and got it against one of our better cover corners.
Another great play in the backfield.
Awesome play. Jacob Carver blitzed. That's one thing you can do with this 3-5 defense. You can bring a lot of linebackers, and I think maybe that was a run blitz. He come right up the middle to try to stop it and drops him for about a 2-yard loss.
I promise you both of these teams have prepared for one another, and they've read the playbook perfectly. We've seen it on multiple occasions. We've been in the backfield. We're going to have to kind of play this game a little bit to fill each other out. As their quarterback steps back and tries that right side again, and he hits his man in stride. And I don't know if they're having confusion over which receiver is supposed to catch the ball, but I wish that inside guy would go ahead and catch it one time. Throw over the top both times.
It's the same play. I don't understand. Same thing that Pierce County scored on us twice against last week. The guy breaks off to the inside, and then the outside guy does kind of an out and up, and we're standing there. He was wide open. If it wasn't for the safety play, we would have never been able to get him.
1st and 10, Charlton County threatening again on the 15-yard line. Hands off to number 8. He gets a head of steam, spins, and goes down for a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for Charlton County inside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this first quarter, and Charlton County's threatening. And we have not played good football to start a quarter, or a half, rather, yet. It's like we come out not ready to play. They're going to call it second and real short.
One thing Charlton County is known for doing is they changed their offense 3 times last year. So we may be seeing something.
Quarterback keeps it and just goes right up the middle, and he's going to score. Just like that, it's 13-0. 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this first quarter. Rev, I'm not feeling it right now.
Well, I really don't know. You know, we're making some great plays, and then all of a sudden we're letting them stretch the field on us for 30 yards. And our defensive backs is supposed to be one of the strengths of our team. We've got some seasoned players out there that has played in the defensive backfield. I don't know if it's schematics. I don't know if it's a scheme problem that we're having.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I haven't looked and paid attention greatly, but I think it's when they line up that bunch set, the kick is good. We'll be back to talk more Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle.
County lines up to kick it off to us. They're kicking from their own 40-yard line as our troops run out to the field. Hopefully they'll kick it deep again to Tron. He hasn't returned one yet for a touchdown this year, but he is a weapon. He or Drill, either one, when it comes to returning kicks. You know, Drill had a big kickoff return for us last week that put us in a position to score a first touchdown.
Yeah, they've got a senior, different kicker doing the kickoffs, and he misses the football nearly altogether. It rolls about 3 yards. That's going to be our ball right there. We'll take it.
Yep.
Let's go. Play ball. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to say, hey, it's a penalty. No, it's no penalty. We'll just take the ball right there. Thanks,
and
guys.
I'll take it.
That's absolutely. Absolutely. Big break. Huge break. It's essentially a turnover right there as we get great field position again, but our offense has been unable to do anything.
Matthew, are you with us down there on the sideline?
It's going to be 1st and 10. We're going to take over. Drell in at quarterback. He hands off to Cawthorn, and Cawthorn is right up the gut. Middle. Nobody touches him. He's going to go in for the score. And the Raiders strike like lightning in a bottle. That young man went up through the middle.
It looked like he was
that's
shot
why,
out of the
fans, you run it up the middle.
There you go.
Beautiful play. Beautiful execution that time as I'm sure they were expecting us to do something different. We stick to the game plan, and no young man hits the hole harder than Wesley Cawthorn.
Or tries any harder or has any more heart.
That's right. Beautiful play as we line up here, and now we're going to throw a penalty flag because we apparently had 12 men or something in the huddle. I don't know what he's going to call. Now he's counting them, and he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on us. Yeah.
And now we're going to try to kick from 5 yards further. Let's see what we're doing, what Coach Cofer
We never huddled up, so I guess it's still, if you have 12 men, you can't run one off, I guess.
Yeah, this is just these kind of things are a little bit frustrating. You know, we're into the 3rd game of the season. This stuff needs to have been worked out by now. You agree?
Absolutely. And I'm sure we'll line up to kick the extra point now. I don't know if we weren't going to do that initially anyway, but makes it a little more difficult. 14-6 is your score as Cawthorn takes the run right up the middle for 43 yards. High snap, and we just fall on it. So it's going to go as a no good possession. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Our Raiders have struck pay dirt 14-6. The good guys are down. You're listening to 93.5.
Back, everybody. Looks like we're lining up. Glenn Dobbins is about to kick the ball off. When he's in, normally it's just a pooch kick. And we've got a lot of open field in the middle of the field if we could just drop it in there. He kicks it about the same area that he did last time. Their number 7 grabs it, and we're right there on him.
And he's going to have it. They're going to be 1st and 10 for Charlton County at the 33-yard line.
I just saw something out of the number 11 for Charlton County. I guess they saw the film about how our kicker got up and reacted when he got hit, and they just sent one right straight to try to take out our kicker. And Anthony Florence went and grabbed Dobbins and dragged him off the field before he could react. Senior leadership at its finest.
The crowd here is starting to get into this ball game, trying to cheer them on, be the 12th man.
Right here, Charlton's here to just test our manhood.
That's it. That's all we're looking at right now. It's just a matter of if we believe we can do it or not. They hand off to number 8. He takes it around the left side, and we bring him down after a gain of about 2 yards, 3 yards maybe.
Great tackle, great play.
That's speed on speed right there. They would have ran around me and you 3 times before we made it around
and
there.
I think Lee, when he looked up and realized he'd been drugged down, he kind of said, "What? This guy run me down?"
That's it.
What's he calling on us?
I didn't see it.
Didn't see the call either. Was it a 15-yarder? Personal foul, face mask.
Calling a face mask. So that's a 15 big penalty.
Yeah, that may be the reason that he jumped up and reacted the way he did.
We are going to have to clean our play up. I know it's hard to do when you're amped up this much for a big ball game against a Charlton County squad. Handoff again.
For
he
a team
met in the middle.
That's right.
And hit hard.
For a team that's inexperienced, it's one thing. But we've got a bunch of seniors. We got a bunch of guys that's played a lot of football out there that we don't need to be reacting this way.
It's all mental with this football team, I believe. I hate to throw them under the bus there, Rev, but if we can get that muscle between the ears worked out and really believe that we can win, we can do something special this year. If we don't ever do that, it's going to be more of the same.
Yeah, we've got to win. We got to win it, just like you said. We got to win it in the mind. We've got to believe that we can do it and execute the way we've been taught. There goes
quarterback keeps it again, tries that, and he is brought down after a nice gain, about 3 or 4 yards.
I see the referee. He's pointing. He's got a hold. There you go.
Yeah. So that's going to back him up 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and about 15.
Okay, we're going down to Matt down on the sideline. Matt, what are you seeing down there?
Matt is seeing a good ball game. He's right up in the middle of it.
We can hear him. I don't know that he can hear us.
Matt, you're down on the sidelines there. What do you see, buddy? It's going to be 2nd down and 13 for Charlton County. Huge penalty. little bit of a high snap. Quarterback wants to throw it out. We cover it
intentional
great.
grounding.
And he just
Absolutely.
doesn't. And he is not used to that. You could tell he was fixing to run it there and then said, no, I can't run it, and he just threw it right in the ground. Really just wanted to get rid of it, but did not get outside of the pocket, and they're going to pick it up now. They're going to say there was a receiver in the area. That was what I was thinking.
The white hat.
I mean, he was a long way.
Yeah, the white hat likes to make that call, and he made
That's right.
he made a judgment call, which is his right to do.
Regardless, it would have been about a 5-yard penalty. Third down, and
The loss of down would have been what was great.
that's right. Still is a loss of down. Third down and 13. If we can hold them here, get something going. And Jay
Great.
Jackson comes through like
There
a
you go,
beast.
Jay.
And
Now
that's
we're
a
back.
great play to drop the quarterback for about a 10, 12-yard loss. It's going to be fourth down, and that's the defense we like to see.
Well, Lance, what's the best pass defense that you've got?
That's right.
Can I quote an old coach, Vince Lombardi? The quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
That's it.
It's the best
Beautiful.
pass defense.
A sure tackle, too, as Jay didn't try to make a big tackle or do anything. He wrapped him up good. It's going to be fourth down, and we're going to take a break here on 93.5, the Eagle. He's going to come over and talk with Coach Kofer, and it might be the old band thing. What do you think?
It may be.
You know, we're going to have a band warning now. Here we go. Now we're really playing football. You know, I come from Lowndes County, and it was like we had this every game. It seemed like the other team would complain about us playing a drum or something.
And they're getting on the headsets right now.
Now the crowd needs to get crazy. We're going to have a warning. They have to do a warning first.
We're trying to figure out the head official is trying to tell us something, and I'm not sure. We got the principal who's making a call up to see what.
Well, they get it all worked out now. It's going to be fourth down.
Charlton's about to punt.
I'm sure we got a warning there. I don't see. A nice snap. Good kick. Drell eventually pulls it in, and he goes up the left side, and he's going to be ran out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So our Red Raiders will have great starting offense here as we start with 11:49 to go in this first half. Red Raiders down 14-6. We'll be back after a 30-second timeout.
Drell Green comes in at quarterback. Drell's a senior and turns and tries to hand the ball. There goes Drell.
He keeps it. And a flag comes in. That's going to be a hold.
Did you see the hold? I didn't see it.
I didn't, but that's the hold penalty. I mean, that's the
what it
hold
looks
flag.
like. Yeah. Holding, you're right.
Yep. It's going to back us up 10 yards. It'll be first and 20.
Well, they got us on the line of scrimmage. We didn't do a very good job of holding, evidently. Saw us grab or something.
I tell you what, Trevor lit somebody up right then.
Did he?
I think it was 77. That's Trevor, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, he's listed as 53 in our stat book, but right towards the end of that play, he got a hold of somebody. It's going to be 1st down and 20. Again, our
Aubrey's back in quarterback.
Our Raiders making it wonderful for us. Bobbles a snap. It was low and
still catchable.
It was a catchable snap. It wasn't a bad snap necessarily, but it wasn't right where he was looking. A lot's going on when that quarterback's back there trying to read defenses and everything, and if you just take your eyes off that snap for just a second,
and that's exactly what happens. You're right. He's looking over the defense to see what they're doing, trying to figure out where exactly to go with the ball, and then if the snap's not right and he's still got his eyes downfield, you got a problem.
So we have efficiently killed every bit of momentum that we possibly had. Now it's going to be 2nd down and forever. And now we have people going in motions. We have another flag. And we will not beat Charlton County tonight playing football like this. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to back us up. It'll be 2nd down and 30, 27, 52.
It's a good 30 yards.
I don't think I did that much math. I'm from Valdosta area over there. They gave you diplomas. You didn't have to do all that math. Drell in motion again. We have another flag because we had Wesley Cawthorn going forward. And it's going to be another 5-yard motion.
Illegal shift.
Yep. Another 5-yard penalty. Will be at the 15-yard line now. And so the 1st down is the 50-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 35. They're declining the penalty, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So rather than 2nd and 35, they'd rather have 3rd and 30, or whatever it is.
I think it's 3rd and 25.
All right, 3rd and 25. Do the math for me there, Rev. I bet you can add that. You can add, can't you?
Well,
You're
I'm just
true
5,
preacher.
10, 15, 20, 25.
It ain't rocket science. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I'm trying to.
Oh,
I went to Ware County where they did make us do math.
Okay. Aubrey's checking down with Tron, making sure everybody's on the same page, gets the snap, throws that little short in and out. He tries to stay in bounds, evidently does not. Man, I thought we were working with something there. He ends up stepping out. Gain of about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 14. And we're going to have to punt it away. Payson Sam's coming in to do just that.
Well, we had a nice little thing going, and then all of a sudden we didn't. And penalties thing, started off with a holding penalty. And after that, we just regressed. A lot of motion, a lot of things, different things going on that can go wrong. And,
snap is good. Payson takes his time, tries to angle it over to the right, and he does take a fair catch. Charlton County does, and it's going to be down at the 31-yard line. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5. With the quarterback takes a high snap for Charlton County on 1st down, puts it in the gut of that running back that we were going to have to look at all night, Andrew Lee. He goes off the left side for about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Indians. Rev, we need some momentum here. We need
a big play. Jay, give us a big play in the last series. Now,
pass out wide here. Dalton Allman makes a great play.
Sure did.
Read it well. He's seen that before. Great play by Dalton Allman. It's going to be about a loss of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Tron must have got leveled. Somebody hit him. He's holding his back. I don't know if he got hit in the back or what happened. He steps off, and in comes, is that Fitchett that comes in, number 27, or is that Michael?
Blake Michael is number 27.
Yeah, Blake Michael.
We have 3 wide receivers up top, and now our safety's going to cheat down. I was going to say we're overprotecting the short side of the field here.
Just watch that out and up, they do.
And now we jump off sides again.
Jay Jackson. That's the 3rd time on Jay, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's been make or break with my boy all night long.
He's trying so hard to get off.
Great play or give him the first down thereabout.
Well, he's trying so hard to get into the backfield to create some pressure that he's listening to the snap count. And these quarterbacks have got where they're really, really good at bobbing their head to make some movement. You just have to watch the snap of the ball out of the corner of your eye.
3rd down and a long 1 now. Sure, that'll change the whole play as number 8 gets it off the left side. We grab him by the shirt, spin him around, and luckily he was working with something there. Luckily, that slowed him down enough, threw him off balance.
It's going to be
he
a
gets
first
the
down.
first down, but not much more. 1st and 10 now for Charlton County at the 44-yard line. I don't know who that was over there that got him. I don't know if it was Payson or what.
I couldn't tell either.
It may have been Dylan Miles over there that got a hand on him.
Early scores in, you got Cook County 10, Pierce County nothing. 1st and 10.
Nettles puts it in the gut again, and Demetrius Williams meets him right at the line of scrimmage as Andrew Lee has no room to run, and we've done a decent job thus far of bottling him up. 2nd down and 9.
You know, they got stymied on the line of scrimmage. Trevor came in for Jay, and he done an outstanding job. He took on 2 blockers at the time and just kind of stymied it, left our linebacker, Demetrius Williams, left him open to clean it up, and that's what the 5-3 or 3-5 defense is supposed to be about.
Well, you give all your ball players a chance to make a play, wherever it may be. Nettles steps back and throws right across the middle.
Another first
and it is
down.
complete. That receiver complete to number 6, Ethan Sauls. He squats right down in a soft area. Drell did a great job of coming up and closing, making the tackle, but it was only after a first down. Or they're going to measure it here.
No, the white hat he just
signaled
made
first
the signal.
down.
Yeah.
Now they're going to look at it some more. He's going to tell them, okay, guys, come on.
I said first down.
So it'll be a first down as Charlton County puts together 2 first downs. They need 10 yards for a first. They get 10.5 on that one and 11 on the first one. So they're, number 1, keeping the ball 14-6.
7:42 left in the 2nd quarter.
Nettles again checks his wristband, and I'm telling you, it seems every team these days has a wristbands and they have it all set up. It's a game of cat and mouse. Nettles now throws another great ball down the left side, and it goes complete all the way down to the 11-yard line as our guy got turned around and then fell down.
It was all on him, and he turned around right as the ball was passing his head.
Another great play by Charlton County, but a great pass by this junior quarterback, Nettles, as he just turns and throws a dart all the way out to the left, man-on-man coverage. They win the battle again. It's 1st and 10 now for Charlton County as they're cooking with something here on the 11-yard line. We call a timeout, and so with 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this first half, our Red Raiders are down 14-6. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5.
As we look, the teams are coming back on the field from their timeout. Bacon County called a timeout. Charlton County is driving, and the the story of this half has been their ability to hit the long pass. Every time, or just about every series, they've had a long pass. They turn, a quarterback takes it. We're trailing him from behind.
And he gets all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Great play on first down.
It doesn't appear that we're looking for the quarterback to keep it, and we're just keying on number 8.
And he is very capable of toting the rock.
He's a pretty good athlete.
I don't know what his passing statistics are tonight, but
they're good.
Yeah, the worst pass I've seen from him has been almost a pass in the dirt. That was on purpose. He keeps it again this time, and he is just met immediately. I think he realizes he possibly made the wrong call.
Yeah, we recover. There was a fumble.
It was a fumble. I saw him get hit immediately, but I didn't see what happened. I thought he just fell backwards. That's why he's beating the dirt. He fumbled the football. Did you see who got it?
I didn't see who got it, but I could tell that he fumbled because he was beating the ground without the ball in his hand. It looked to me like he just got knocked down, but he run into the back of one of his lead blockers, and when he did, their blocker, their offensive guy actually knocked the ball out of his hand.
Huge play.
Huge. If we could
Charlton
just
County
maintain
gives us a break
drive.
there.
Even in our wind.
Drill, and now we have a motion again. I don't know if we're just – I don't know what we have going on here. But we're going to call another timeout.
Coach Kofer is extremely, extremely disappointed with the way that we're conducting ourselves right now. He calls a timeout, and he's bringing the whole offense over here. He's tired of watching this sloppy play.
Well, it is, Rev. I mean, Charlton County has really, given us a few breaks here. Now, we've given it right back to them with penalties and such, but, man, if we could put it together here, we are in this ball game. We can play with these guys. I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to win this football game tonight. Honestly, looking at the way everything stacks up, they're not superior to us.
No, they're not. And, he's got the offensive team over here, and our coaches are talking to him, but Coach Kofer is in the head of in the ear of the white hat, and he doesn't think we're moving. We're just going into motion, and when we're doing, they're dropping the flag on us. And Coach Kofer, I did notice that the White House there was nodding his head in agreement with whatever Coach Kofer said. He's going to pay attention and watch what it is.
Well, what we have, I think, is we have a man in motion, and then if you'll look, Wesley he is on the snap count. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And before the ball gets to Aubrey, he's moving. Well, I think that's throwing White Hat off a little bit, and he's calling Wesley moving too fast, but I think he's moving at the same time as the ball.
Good play by our quarterback.
And that time, as you see, we bobbled the snap there again and sacked for another 2-yard loss as Florence is down, I think.
No, that's our offensive
lineman. That's
lineman.
Offensive lineman.
Number 60. Is that him, number 60?
Yep, he had a big fumble recovery earlier. That's
Maybe.
Jeremy Snow.
No, I think this is number 50. I'm sorry, he's offensive lineman.
We are deep in a hole now, and we're just going to have to get this thing out of here. Second down. So Aubrey rolls out, and it is nearly picked off. And we didn't fool anybody with that. They had 3 guys over there on Tron, and that allowed the cornerback to play up and to try to go at the pass. It goes through his hands, I believe, as he made a diving play. It's going to be third down, and we're deep in our own end zone here.
We're in a mess.
Well, we have tried to run the ball initially. We've kind of gotten away from it now, just because we've been in such bad situations due to penalties. But early on, we weren't able to run it like we wanted to, I would imagine. Big third down here. Aubrey throws it out quick, tries to get Tron free, and they come over and stick him.
And that's their nose guard.
He makes one man miss, but then he is brought down immediately after about a gain of 2 yards, so we're going to have to punt it deep out of our own end zone as the punt crew comes in. Just did a fast screen there to try to let Tron make a play.
Well, he did get us out of a hole that a little bit of a hole that we were in. We picked up 2 or 3 yards, which was, when you're down here at your own end zone, it's 2 or 3 yards is a premium. But I don't like taking a snap in our own end zone. That's one thing that I don't like about this.
And we get the punt away, and it is a shank, and it's going to be at about the 30, 28-yard line maybe.
Yep.
And there's a towel down back there. I don't know if it's a flag or a towel. So
it looks like it's a towel. When we don't need to shank it, we got us a shank, and they're on the 25-yard line. So
1st and 10, Charlton County.
Yeah.
They fumbled right down there and gave it to us. We couldn't do a thing with it.
Started off in a hole again, yeah. Yep. We've given them 5 by jumping off sides, and then we hurt ourselves by whatever the penalty was, illegal shift or whatever.
5.5 minutes to go in this first half. They give it to Lee again, and he goes out the left side.
Great play by our defensive back, Tron Folsom. He come up and made a good hit.
It's going to be 2nd down after a gain of about 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. We have the speed to play with this Charlton County football team. They're fast, as Matt has told us with a sideline report. But, again, Rev, we just have to put it together. Our offense is not executing right now. But we've got to believe we belong in this football game. As now Nettles throws again, and it is right to Dalton Allman. He picks it off.
Oh, no.
He got around him. And it's going to be returned all the way down to and there is a flag on the play now, I see. But that one that you said, oh, no, he got around the front of him, and he got him. I don't know what this flag is going to be now. They're going to call a block in the back. He ran up behind him, and I think he grabbed him on the shoulder, spun him around, and blocked him. Okay, all right, I admit it, all right?
I will take it. I didn't know what you were looking at, but I love your positive outlook.
That's it.
Well, what a huge play. We've had 3 turnovers that we need to capitalize here. We got plenty of time to capitalize, and I don't know if it needs to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
And they didn't call that one. They called something else because they called another one up here near. Because and I'm telling you, that referee right by it didn't call it, and I didn't wondered if somebody else did. But regardless, 1st and 10 as we get another turnover here. And the Raider defense has stood tall. Great interception there by Dalton Allman. It hit him right in the hands, and he took it. I thought he was Gandhi, but he's tackled, brought down. 1st and 10 at the 44. Now we have Cawthorn, and he fumbles the football and gives it right back to him. 1st and 10 now for we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5.
Quarterback fakes.
Nettles does a pump. He pumps one time and then and then overthrew him on the sideline. We totally bid on the pump fake. He went deep for it, and just first bad pass I've seen him throw tonight.
Man, we dodged the bullet
aside from that interception he just threw us. That was still a good pass.
Yeah.
It was complete.
Hey.
2nd down and 10. We dodge a bullet there again.
And I think this has just been a game, a half of mistakes. They just happen to have made less mistakes than we have.
That's right. And now they run trying the right side, and not much doing there as well.
Good play. Way to string it out.
We had a host of black jerseys over there. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Big play right here for our Raiders.
Wesley Cawthorn was actually getting held, but he maintained his inside shoulder and kept stringing the play along. So it was a good individual effort by our outside linebacker, Wesley Cawthorn.
This is going to be a critical play. I'm sure they're in 4-down territory. Nettles has another nice play. Dalton Almond with a good coverage. Their receiver's trying to complain about something, but
Nah, he couldn't have caught that if he was 6'10".
well, not only that, but Almond was right there when the ball was there. It just happened to be 40 miles high. Almond's played a good ball game tonight. We've seen him have a rough time, get burned a time or two in some of the previous games. He's been the guy that's been picked on some. He's risen to the occasion here tonight.
Drill really needs to be careful. Drill, our deep safety, he's playing.
Fourth down, they're going to go for it, and they're really going to go for it. They pass it out, and it's up high, and he's going to come down with it. It's going to be 1st and 10.
That was a great play, individual effort. Tron had the coverage. Tron went up one hand to get it.
Tron saying he pushed off, which they've been doing all night, but, if they're not calling it, that's where our receivers have been in the area, and our defenders have been in the area. Their receivers are doing what you're supposed to do as a receiver. Get you a little push off, get you a little room.
Well, Tron was actually had it defended well, and when I saw it was Tron that had the coverage, I got excited. I thought we maybe were fixing to have a pickoff, but their player.
1st and 10, and quarterback keeps it again, and he is
massacred.
Hit. He disappeared. Yeah. I knew he was hit and massacred, but I didn't know where he went to. Did they eat him? I didn't know if he just disappeared there for a second.
I think he just dropped to the ground and let the big boys fight over the top of him.
3 minutes and 15 seconds, and the clock's ticking here in this first half. We've already seen an up-and-down ball game. I'm telling you what, a barn burner here in Alma, Georgia tonight, as our good guys are down 14-6.
Really need to watch this seam route right here. He's going to turn and hand it.
Hands it to number 8. We turn him back in, and Carver meets him right where he was going.
Great play by Dylan Miles, our number 80.
He set the edge and turned him back in.
He sure did. And that's the way the 3-5 is supposed to work right there. And Jacob didn't disappoint.
Well, that's 3-5, but that's every defense in the world. You want that defensive end to set the edge, turn that ball carrier back inside. And we've got the athletic linebackers to make a play. Another big 3rd down here. We've got to hold
Good play.
And we meet the quarterback, Demetrius Williams.
Yes.
Beautiful play. Our defense bows up here. Big 4th down, and I'm sure they will try to kick a field goal here.
We bring Nails in.
He has been our defensive block specialist here.
Yes.
2 minutes, and the clock's ticking. I'm sure they'll let every second they can. The play clock's not ticking, but as they get it set here now, they're going to blow it. I'm sure they'll let. It's going to be a 34-yard kick, and it looks
bad.
Wide left. Good. It looked like it was going left the whole time. So our defense holds yet again as Charlton County can't capitalize on another mistake from a Red Raider. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Red Raider football on 93.5.
Snapped the ball. Aubrey Carter, quarterback, the ball actually rolled back to him. He fell on it just to keep us. And once again, we're starting 2nd and 15.
A minute and 20 seconds now, and if we had dreams of doing something here, we're going to roll out to the left now, and Aubrey just throws it away.
Good play.
That'll stop the clock, unfortunately. A minute and 14 seconds. It's going to be 3rd down now. I promise you Charlton County is going to look to make a stop here, call a timeout, and see if they can get something going if we don't get the 1st down.
We don't have any timeouts left, do we?
No, sir. We've called about 6, I think.
I'm telling you, I don't know why we don't run somebody down the seam route. We've got a seam route that's wide open, and I think the guy to go to is Drill. Now, we got the safety that's playing over the top of Drill.
Now we're going to It's almost like we're lining up in a little run safe play here. And Tron takes it off the left side and has some room there. I'd really love to see us run that football, Ref. I would love to see it, and I think you'll probably see some of that. It's going to be 4th down, and like we said, they call a timeout. And we're going to take a timeout with them here as we decide what we want to do. It'll be 4th down and 8 when we resume play. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle. Trying to get out of this half, only down 1 score. It'd be a miracle. 14-6. Good guys are down. 59 seconds to go. Payson Sam set to punt it away. The snap is good. He puts his foot into it, and it is a beauty. It is another one of those line drivers, however. We try to corral him. He breaks the first set, comes back, and we finally wrangle him down. That junk makes me nervous, Ref. Goodness. It's like the better the punt, the more danger there is to it.
That's right.
He is wrangled down at about the 47-yard line, right close to midfield. And Charlton County has played, and they've had good field position all night long. We've been in a hole.
And we're really fortunate right now that the score is not any more than what it is because they have had good field position. Now, some of it they've earned, but they're starting off we're starting off way deep in our own territory, and they're starting off, on the 40, 35, 40-yard line of their own territory.
Nettles in shotgun formation, looking for something on 1st down, goes out to the left again. And why wouldn't he? He's had it all night long. It's complete again, 1st and 10.
That's 17.
First play.
Some kind of ball game.
All Nettles is doing is turning and firing the football out there, and he's had it all night long. We've had coverage, but just hadn't made the play.
Number 17, Kevonte Nash, just a junior. And if you get it anywhere in his vicinity, he's going to catch it.
Yeah, he is coming down with the ball.
He wants it more. Just throw me the ball, I'll catch it.
38 seconds, 37. The clock's ticking. They're on the 21-yard line. Nettles back to pass again. He goes to the right side this time, and we have coverage. We just stand true. Pass goes over his head. It's incomplete. 27 seconds to go in this first quarter, and it seems like the whole half, Rev, it's been us on defense, back in our own end zone, trying to keep Charlton from scoring.
Well, that's exactly the way it seems. And, what would it have been if it hadn't been for their 3 turnovers?
I'm telling you.
We got to reverse the field advantage that they're having. We've got to be able to reverse the field advantage.
Nettles out to the right, throws back to the left. Had a man overthrew him because he was under pressure by Jay Jackson. If Jay wouldn't have had pressure on that play was set up beautifully. That had Danger Will Robinson all over it right there. And we have shown that we can be beat on that backside like that. Discipline football is something that we've got to get in our head. 3rd down regardless, 25 seconds to go in this first half. We're trying to get out of this first half just down 1 score. Big 3rd down. They've killed us on 3rd down all night. I don't have the stats, but I can't remember the last time we held him on 3rd down.
Ooh.
And we rush him, and he gets away with it. And I love to see that.
I do, too, when
Jay
he's getting him up off his back.
That's right. Here you go. Let me help you up, buddy. Jay lays the lumber again.
He'll remember that one.
And they're probably going to have to change that snap count. Now, I bet he's going to go over there and say, Coach, how about we change that snap count up?
Jay came through untouched and annihilated their quarterback. Number 87's coming in, and I was seeing him hit 40-yarders. He's fixing to get the try 39-yarder right here, 38-yarder anyway. Would love to see a scoop and score here. Can Can you advance a blocked field goal?
I don't think so. And it's off to the left again.
And short.
And it's no good.
Yes.
And so 18 seconds to go, our defense hold. That was huge. I'm telling you, Rev, we're in this ball game.
We are. And as sloppy as we played, we're still in the game.
I promise you, folks,
if we could just execute, we will.
We will win this ball game tonight. Charlton County is a great football team. Make no mistake about it. You know, they come in here with the history. They come in here believing that they're going to come in here and lay it to us tonight. We're hanging in this ball game, but really, if we will just start executing, I would just love to see it, honestly. And we're going to line up here like we're going to go, and we're not laying on anything. Goodness. And he is hit as he throws. Tron catches the ball. A beautiful play as Aubrey
Carter.
Yeah, throws it and is hit as he gets it. It's going to be 12 seconds to go. We don't have any timeouts. I don't know if our
guys upstairs are seeing this, but Drell was wide open in the seam on this backside. If they would do it again.
Beautiful play as Aubrey had his arm hit immediately. He stepped into the throw.
Give him a little
like
bit
a man.
Of time,
We're
guys.
going to down it here. We're going to down it with 9.9 seconds. Probably about one more play here. My, how things have changed.
You know, I was watching Houston playing BYU last night, and in the matter of just a couple of minutes, Houston made it a ball game going into the halftime. They threw a Hail Mary and an unbelievable play by their receiver who came back right on the goal line and caught it at the end of the half. And BYU went on to win the game. They were the better team. But Houston made a ball game of it right at half because of a Hail Mary pass, and our quarterback's definitely got the arm to throw it that deep.
Aubrey dropping back now, setting, and he sees what you're talking about, throws it to Drell, and off the hands. He was double covered, but no need to hold it there. You throw it, let it go. 4 seconds to go.
Drell just got up and told him to throw it to the outside instead of throw it to the inside. We were open. But of course, Tron made the catch, but we were open the play before. Drell was wide open if he'd have saw him that time.
I think they heard you up top there, Rev.
Yeah.
Good coaching. It's going to be third down. This will be the final play of the half.
Let's see what we do. I say we're going up to 2. They got him double covered there. No.
And he just throws it deep, throws it away.
Yeah.
That'll end the first half. Our Red Raiders are in the ball game. It hasn't been pretty, but we're losing 14-6, and we'll be back in the second half.
Yeah, stay tuned for our for our Richmond Baking halftime show, and we'll be back with you to carry on with the second half. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Ladies and gentlemen, Superintendent Dr. John Laracy, Principal Dr. Josh Howard, and the administration and staff of Charlton County High School are proud to present for your halftime entertainment the 2014-2015 edition of the Charlton County High School Band of Pride. Tonight we invite you to step back to the early 1980s and rock out with the Band of Pride. Under the film direction of drum major Hannah Wilson, the band will perform Call Me by Blondie, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by The Police, and Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. Drum major Hannah Wilson, is your band ready? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Charlton County High School Band of Pride.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Doing their pre-half warm-ups, doing their second half warm-ups. We're looking, and Charlton County is bouncing up and down. Looks like they've got a lot of life. Our kids coming out, looks like they've got a lot of life. We're trying to figure out exactly what it's going to take. It's not been so much a half that Charlton dominated. It's been a half where we have just not executed. And fortunately for us, we've created 3 turnovers, or we would be in trouble. We've had a turnover ourselves that stopped a drive where we were driving the ball, but towards the end of the half, it seemed like momentum was swinging back our way a little bit. I shouldn't say swinging back our way. It was starting to swing our way, because from the opening kickoff tonight, it seems that Charlton County seized the momentum and was very, very stubborn about letting it go. We're still in the game. The score is 14-6. I'm looking forward to us coming out, and if we can execute, Lance, just a little bit, if we can just execute a little bit and get a sustained drive going, then I think we'll be into this game. Unfortunately, last week it was almost the exact same story that we had going in. It was only with the last 8 or 9 minutes left in the game that we began to execute, and if we will go ahead and get started early and execute beginning in the third quarter, then I think we've got a very, very good opportunity.
Got some stats here for you. It's just been given to me by our statistician here.
All right, go ahead.
Let me catch my breath first. I just come up them steps and had a hot dog, and I don't recommend having a hot dog as you go up the steps. Bacon County had 98 total yards. Charlton County had 240 total yards.
How many passing?
Charlton County was 11 of 19 for 195 yards. We had 2 sacks, had a touchdown rushing for Charlton County, 18 attempts on 45 yards.
That's
only 2.5 yards an attempt. That's great for our defense.
Right.
We have 9 rushes for 49 yards, all mainly on that one run by Cawthorn. We have 6 penalties for 55 yards on offense and 5 defensive penalties for 35 yards, for a total of 11 penalties for 90 yards, and that's the difference in the ballgame. They have 3 penalties for 20 yards.
I think you're exactly right. Our penalties have cost us severely, and just poor execution on top of that. We've got to find an answer here. We've got to whatever we need to do to make sure that we can simplify or pick up the pace, whatever. If we're running it too fast, we're running it too slow. I don't know what the situation is. That's for the coaches to sort out. But I feel like that maybe we'll come out here and make a difference, at least make some noise in this second half. Our athletes match their athletes. Our speed matches their speed. Our size matches their size. It comes down to a matter of execution.
Well, wouldn't it be a great way to christen this stadium here tonight to remain undefeated at New Raider Field here and beat these Charlton County Indians? That would be a huge game changer for our program. They kick the ball off, and we're going to
kick it to
gather
Tron.
at about 20-yard line. Tron gets it.
There he goes.
And he goes straight up the seam, and he is spun around and maintains possession of the ball. That's all that guy was doing, was trying to rip that ball out.
He did.
Tron, when he runs like a deer, but I don't know why he can't run with that ball tucked up. It's like he runs and like he's running.
Like a loaf of bread, yeah.
And it's running, and he's moving his arms and swinging. And great return nonetheless, all the way up to midfield. They kick it right to probably our best returner.
I don't think he was supposed to kick it as far as he kicked it.
Drell under center here, and I just imagine you won't see the same offensive set as Drell's taken down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Great play by their defensive end, number 5. Done an outstanding job. He executed just like we were talking about our defensive ends doing in the first half. He maintained leverage, maintained the outside leverage, and when we tried to go that way, he reacted and tackled us.
And you see already a change in offensive mindset with Drell in at running back. He hands off, or at quarterback, he hands in side run there. I can't see who that was. It may have been Anthony Florence. 3rd down and 8.
You know, that looked very much like a spear to me, what they used to call spear, illegal contact. He was down, and someone came in and hit him and actually spun him on the ground. He may have led with his shoulder, he may have not led with his helmet, but either way, when the player's down and defenseless like that should be a personal foul.
3rd down here is now the safety backs up a little bit and gives way, and he's running to try to make up the ground as Tron's going to have it right there. And their player, number 2, Malik Brunson, who's a senior, was equal to the task. Seems like their team is number 2 and our team's number 2. What's up with this?
Yeah, and they, unlike us, are flip-flopping this defensive back. He's trying to stay all night with Tron, it looks like.
Right.
And we rush our punt.
They're doing some kind of hybrid defense kind of deal where they play man-to-man on one side or something. What were you saying? And playing a cover on the other side?
They're playing man-to-man on one side and cover 2 on the other side. And
Dalton Allman runs in late. Payson's back to punt it away. They don't rush. They try to get the block or the return on. No comment necessary on that as Charlton County takes over on the 24-yard line. We'll be back with a station timeout. Back for Charlton County, hands off to number 8, Andrew Lee, and he's up to the 31-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down. No, it's going to be about 2nd down and 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He just exploded off that left side as they caved it in.
I don't know if he just
right side of our defense.
Was it a called play that way, or we were clogged up in the middle and he brought it to the side? I don't know, but there he goes.
Now a big hole up the middle. Demetrius meets him only after about a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians up to the 38-yard line, and they've just had more luck on offense than we have. Our offense has not had it together tonight. Really all season as everything's new. There comes a point in time where you have to quit saying it's new anymore, though. 1st and 10 for the Indians. They go on 2 this time, and now they have a great run, and he's not down yet as he's drugged down after another 11-yard gain. It's going to be 1st and 10, Charlton County, up to the 49-yard line.
I don't know if we've made up our mind what we're going to do on offense, but it looks to me like they've made up their mind. They're going to bring it at us, right straight at us, until we're able to stop it, which, you know, this quarterback can always stop back and throw it. They've had success doing that too. We bring a couple of new bodies in. You got Trevor Williams that come in on one side, Jay Jackson on the other.
And this 17, Kevontae Nash is down here set now, and he goes early.
Yes.
And that's finally they move.
That's what I'm talking about out here. This number 17, what would you say, 6'2", probably? 6'1", 6'2", maybe 200 pounds. You're going against our Devontae Batten, who's out here at 5'8", maybe $160. Where on their side, they're doing the man up. They're flopping number 2, their senior, against our senior Tron Folsom, which is our deep threat. So I don't know. You know, I'm sure Charlton County is paying attention to that. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him going out here to number 17.
Now Devontae plays inside leverage, and he is there to make the tackle. And it was a good play by the defense there as Devontae drove, but it was a good play by their offense as well. They just executed, took what the defense was giving them there.
And that's just a matter of seeing it from the top, what's going on. Now he flops to the other side, and he's flopping out here on our, and we're going to a cover 2 now.
And we completely flop over there.
Right.
And cheat with Tron. 2nd down and 8, and he is loose. Remember, he's loose, and Dalton Almond came up and laid a lick. When the ball popped out, I believe they fell on it.
They did.
Great lick. Great lick by Dalton Almond. He came up, put his hat right on the football. It popped straight up in the air, and dadgummit, Charlton didn't fall on it.
A host of Bacon County people were in on the tackle. We need to stop right here.
Yeah, this is one of those drives where they want to get a hold of it, Rev, and they just want to come out here and shove it down our throat and just kill us.
That's what they want to do, put a dagger in our heart.
That's right. As long as you let a team like us stay around, the more we start believing. They hand it off, and he gets by the linebackers, and he's loose again.
That's Malik.
And he is all the way down to the 18-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 as we.
Malik Brunson.
Yeah, we rushed.
Change of pace. He's quick. That boy's quick.
We rushed our linebackers that time, and he just went right by them. High snap again to Brunson. Or no, that's the Lee again.
Is that 8?
Yeah, that's 8.
I think that's 2. No, 8's coming back in. That was Malik Brunson, and now Andrew Lee. Is that his name?
Yes.
Number 8's coming in, and they're going to do some power right here.
2nd down and about 6. This is not what the doctor ordered for our Bacon County Red Raider defense. We got to stand tall here. 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Opening 3rd quarter here, 14-6. Charlton County is on top. Quarterback keeps it this time, and he's met and brought down after a gain of about 3 yards. It's 4-down territory. I don't see him kicking a field goal here.
No.
3rd down and 4, we'll call it. This is a big play for our defense here. We got to hold them.
Right here is just who wants it.
Mainly, we got to stay on sides right here.
I sure don't like the matchup we got up top. Number 17 up there. He's been a thorn in our side all night. Oh,
he hands it off to Malik again, and he goes around 1st and goal at about the 3-yard line. As Charlton County is just coming out here in this second half, and they're just taking it to us.
And we had the opportunity there. We had our linebacker was on him in the backfield, and we didn't make the tackle. So
we bring big Dakota Screws in to clog up that middle here with our goal line.
Dakota's what, 6'5"? Probably 300.
And we call a timeout, probably a smart play. We're a bit gassed, and so we're going to call a timeout here, and we'll take a station timeout. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle.
We recover.
Charlton County hands it off, and they fumble the football to start as we come back here to you, and we fall on the football. Turnover again. Charlton County, Bacon County football. Give it to us yet again. They keep letting us go. They keep letting us off the hook here, Rev.
I don't know who it was that came through that made the lick. It may have been Wesley Cawthorn that come through and stuck his helmet right on the football as the quarterback was making the exchange to Andrew Lee, and fate has shown and smiled upon us again. And
we have Drell calls timeout. Couldn't get the receiver lined up in the right spot. And so we burn a timeout, and that could prove costly here in a tight ball game coming late in the half. And we're not going to go anywhere. Let's sit here and talk about this for a second, Ref.
Well, they're giving us opportunities. We've got to be able to sustain a drive. Have we sustained? How many drives have we been able to sustain this year? I mean, we score from a long ways out, but to be able to take the ball and drive it, we scored from 43 yards out. Our scores last week, we had one or two sustained drives at the end of the game once momentum got back to us. But for most of our scores against Lanier County, they've been, it was the very first play of the game we scored. We scored one time on a real long pass play to Tron Folsom. But to say we've had a sustained drive where we just got 3, 5, 8 yards, those type of carries, it's just something that we've not been able to do.
And to take the pressure off your defense.
I mean, our defense is just staying out there. How many times they have forced? Our defense has forced 4 turnovers tonight, and our offense has not done anything with it. And at some point, we got to stop and pay attention to, if we can't run but 3 plays good, let's run 3 plays good.
And we put some bigs in here now, and Drell keeps it, and they are all on him.
Misread. Jacob was wide open in the middle. He'd still been running.
Drell keeps it, and they have 2 on him, and they're going to key on number 3, I promise you. It's going to be second down, loss of 2 yards. And we don't huddle. We meet right at the line of scrimmage. Florence comes out, and we bring another offensive lineman in. Drell still in at quarterback here in the second half. We try to hit him up the middle.
Jacob falls forward for about a 5-yard gain.
He's hit immediately and then falls forward like you said. He squirted through there. If that big man can squirt, he just did it. 3rd down and 9.
Hey.
We're going to take a second, get the call in from the sideline, and here's another big 3rd down for us, Ref. We've got to get a first down here.
I agree with you.
Drell in, and Charlton County's playing with us, acting like they're coming and then backing up. We throw it out quick to Tron, and he breaks one tackle and breaks another. He may have made it up to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a first down.
Great
and that
effort.
Is all Tron Folsom right there.
Sure was.
He put his hand on the ground, made sure that knee didn't touch, and just peeled 2 players away from him to get it up. Great play.
That's some weight room work there.
Big. We said we had to have it. We do just that. It's going to be 1st and 10 for our Raiders.
All right, guys, let's look.
Drill brings Dalton in motion and then tries to go out the backside, and he is just blitzed immediately. Nothing doing. That's number 44, Anthony Jackson for Charlton County.
You know, at some point we're going to hand the ball off to one of these guys that they know we're not going to hand it off to. You understand what I'm saying? They're not paying any more attention to our fakes. They know that what our tendencies are, and they're just playing towards our tendencies, and we're not doing anything to fool them. So why do the motion? Why do the things if we're not going to use it to throw them off? If we're just going to do all that motion and still run the same play, we just line up and run it.
Well, I think you want that running back to come and make a block maybe on the backside kind of deal. We just hand it off to Jacob then.
Well, that number 56 for them, 55.
It's going to be a long third down again. He's played a whale of a ball game already, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Third down and 11 now as we're in a hole again. Let's do a little pump fake here to Tron and go over the top with it. What do you say?
This number 2 is awful quick. To me, he looks like he's got some college road on him. I don't know what his grades are like, but he is very, very quick. He's made a couple.
And now they're cheating the safety over here too, knowing that we're going to do it, and we have a penalty. I think we had some motion. False start. That's going to back us up 5 more yards. It's going to be third down and 16 as our offense continues to be a thorn in our side. We anticipated, I know we've talked about it before, Rev, we anticipated some hiccups, but this thing's starting to become more than a hiccup now.
Well, I don't want to sound like I'm being negative or complaining, but we're just seeing the same thing over and over and over again.
Drell has a nice pass, and he just drops it.
Now, that was a good play.
Yep. Beautiful play.
And we're going to the middle of the field, which has been open. But he couldn't have thrown it any better. And we got the ball in the hand of our playmaker. Unfortunately, this time he just didn't make the catch.
In the face of adversity as well, Drill threw that thing on a rope. It was right there. It's just dropped.
I don't know what I would do, but I know what I would not do. I would kick this ball away from their return man. This number 18.
Absolutely low snap. Payson gets it, and he's going to have time to return it. And we are on him. Devontae Batten, great play on the coverage as he had that outside gunner lane, and he just brought it to the house and stymied any chance of return. 1st and 10, though. Charlton County recovers. They have it on their side of the field. They're in business again tonight. We've dodged it and dodged it and dodged it. If we don't get something going offensively, this game's fixing to get out of hand.
We really do. If we could stop them here and just get the ball back, maybe swing the momentum some way, somehow. We just need a stymie. We need something to happen.
They hand off to number 8 here, and Lee comes out to the right side, and we bring him out of bounds after another gain of about 10 yards. They've had good runs all night long.
It looks like for most of the night on the offense, we've started 2nd and 12, 2nd and 15, 1st and 15. One time we even had 2nd down and 30. So we've played behind the sticks all night long, right in front of the sticks.
Nettles again puts it in the gut of number 8, and Jay Jackson's is all on top of him there.
I don't know if it looked to me like Andrew Lee, their number 8, their big back. It looked to me like when he took the handoff that he stepped on the quarterback's foot and kind of tripped himself up a little bit. Quarterback's hobbling, and he's hobbling a little bit.
2nd down and 12. Jay has been in the backfield again all night. He's had a good ball game. We have put some pressure on them. They've just gashed us.
And we bring the house.
2nd down and 12, and the quarterback eludes us, rolls out to his right, completes the pass on the run to a receiver sitting there clapping his hands, waiting all day.
That's going to be close to a 1st down. I believe it is a 1st down.
It's like if we miss them initially, they make the play. You know what I mean? If we don't get them, they end up burning us with it. 1st and 10, Charlton County had them in a hole and let them out.
Yeah, their quarterback's playing. He's playing a great game. Really, that time he rolled out to the right and done the thing you're not supposed to do. He threw back against his body a little bit, but they're
hand off again to Lee off the right side, and he's going to go in.
Nope.
No, a shoestring tackle from Drell, I believe. Green comes up. It's going to be 1st and goal again for Charlton County inside our 5-yard line, and I don't know how many times they've been down here tonight, but we can't keep playing ball like this and think we're going to come out of here with a victory tonight. We just had a gaping hole off that right side. I don't know if we blitzed and missed him or what, but it's worked before. I don't blame you as we use another timeout. I don't know that that's not our final timeout. We're going to take a break here. You're listening to Red Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle.
We're sitting here in a dire situation. Got Charlton County on our own 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 5. We've come through so far, Lance. We've been able to have a big turnover. We need another big turnover again. But they're beginning to gash us. They're beginning to gash us for 8, 10 yards. And I think it has to do maybe just the fact that our defense has been on the field all night long. We've just not been able to sustain anything offensively. It's been 3 and out. And we've constantly been in poor field position, and we've not been able to flip the field or the field position. The one time we started with good field position, we had a 43-yard touchdown up the middle.
And now we jump off sides. We just are, Rev, we're just not playing disciplined football. We're just not playing football.
No.
It's like they're in our helmets. And they know what we're going to do before we do it kind of deal. And we jump off sides there again. So instead of from the 5-yard line, it's going to be from the 2.5, and essentially a 2-point conversion try here. I wish it was only going to be worth 2 points if they scored. 1st and goal, and they hand it off.
Now he goes in.
And he just goes right in behind 2 bigs. It's going to be touchdown Charlton County. As we flirted with it and let them down there, and they finally convert. Can't keep living like that. It's 20-6, Charlton County.
20-6, and they're about to try an extra point.
And they do this crazy line-up stuff, and we better watch them.
Yep, sure had. And we're just bunched up. We're tired. Our hands are on our hips, and they look like they're fresh. They're running somebody in from the sideline. Now they're ready.
They get it all set now, and the snap is up, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's 21-6. Good guys are down here in Alma, Georgia tonight in our new football stadium. Charlton County is putting it to us. 21-6, 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Plenty of ball game left, though, as we take a timeout here. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle. Charlton County set to kick it away. They do a little pooch kick. And our big man I think he was fixing to take it to the house. Is that Trevor? I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's Trevor.
I think he was fixing to take it to the house.
He thought better of it. And that may have been the best play we had tonight.
I hate to laugh, but I'm going to have to give him a fit about that. I'm going to have to tell him, man, you should have made something happen, man. We've been struggling on offense. That was your chance.
You know, if we got a chance right here, I think we fix to try to air this thing out. I just hope our offensive line can maintain a block long enough to get our quarterback time to try to throw the ball.
Four wide receiver set. Florence set behind Carter. He puts it in Florence's gut, and nothing doing. There are 3 white jerseys to meet Florence as soon as he hands the ball off. Charlton County.
Every one of their linebackers was in our backfield.
I think they're here in our plays. That's what it is.
It really, they neither know our signals but it doesn't look like they're having a lot of communication over from their sideline, really. They're just letting their guys play ball.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They're just reacting. They're just bringing the house. They're not respecting anything that we offer.
There goes Audrey.
Aubrey keeps it this time, and he's going to go down. He breaks it back out to the left, and it looked like he might have broke it loose. A great play by Aubrey Carter. He takes it all the way down to the 46-yard line, and other than that one play by Wesley, that's the best play of the ball game for us.
It is, and we went against our tendencies. We went against our tendency because Aubrey's not run the ball a lot. They look for us to hand it off, and that time he kept it, done his read, and in my opinion, and it's
absolutely
definitely an humble opinion.
A humble opinion. All right, 1st and 10. We snap it, give it to Florence, up the gut, nothing doing. Again, 3 white jerseys are on that up. Whichever running back we send straight ahead, they are getting him, and they're keying in on our other guys. That's what you have. If we could hit this Fitch at 21 right here on a little slant, I'm sure he's wide open.
The middle of the field.
Probably going to do a little screen pass to Drell here. And we go up the middle again, not much doing. It's going to be 3rd down, and well, we may have gotten a yard there. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Can't fuss too much about hitting them up the middle, Rev. We gashed them on that one big play, looking to hit a home run again. Looking to go for a home run off left guard. It's been our best play of the night thus far. Big 3rd down here, Drill in motion. They set up a screen, and it is set up brilliantly, but he throws it over Anthony's head. Hit him in his hands, but one of those situations where we just have not executed well. It's a play really probably looking back at it that Florence should have made. It was high, and he had room to run.
When you're being rushed like that, you know, you can't just make a perfect throw. And if it comes around the hand somewhere, you got to be able to catch it. Here again, IMO, in my humble opinion.
That's right. 21-6, 33 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. We're going for it on 4th down here. Our Raiders have said we're here to win this ball game, and they throw it deep, and it is overthrown. Looked like we had a receiver across the middle. Went up top and overthrow it, and now Charlton County is held on defense, and at least we gave our defensive players, you know, all 4 of them that are different from our offensive players, a chance to break a little bit anyway. This will be a key series. This will be who wants it.
Yeah, if we've got a chance to win this game, we're going to have to stop them here if they drive in and score.
Yeah, we're going to see if we want to play football with Charlton County or not right here.
Right.
And everybody on that defense knows this is when we see what we have as a football team when the going gets tough and they bring out Lee here and we string him out.
Great play.
Spin him around, and I thought we took the ball from him, but he just refuses to go down. I think it was his wallet. He left his wallet out there on the field.
It was a great play by Payson. He took on a blocker, and he just kept fighting and reached out and grabbed What he wound up grabbing, I think, was his towel, but he stopped him enough that we were able to come up and get off of our blocks from the outside and come up, and Pursuit was able to tackle him. A good play for the Raiders on first down. You got Charlton County on their own 45-yard line. Be second and a long 9.
Got 3 wide receivers up top. They hand it again to Lee.
There he goes.
He jumps up the middle and stutter steps and uses his shiftiness, and there's a flag comes in late. I think we got a block in the back right there on the tail end of that.
Either a block in the back or a face mask. It kind of looked like we had our hand around his head.
I saw our guy. Yeah, they're going to call it on us.
Yeah. It was not much of one, but it was a face mask. I saw our hand up around his face. And giving them just what we didn't need to give them was that penalty number. That's penalty number 13 at least, isn't it?
At least. Of the 5-yard variety, at least. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Charlton County, and we really need to bow up here on defense. We're at the status where we have to have it. 21-6. I know we're only in the third quarter. Plenty of football left.
The White Hat cranks it.
And they're going to let the quarter run out.
That's right.
And we're going to take a timeout as well. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle.
Okay, we're back as Charlton County starts to snap the ball and the whistle's blown as the umpire blows the ball dead, and we've got a false start by Charlton County. That's good news on 1st down and 15 now. Maybe we can stop this momentum and get the ball back, Lance.
Yeah, they've got 40 yards to go for a score. Backs them up. Anything will help right now to put them in a little bit of a hole, give our offensive guys, and they throw to 17 again. And he just, again, kills us down the sidelines. It's all the way down to the 10-yard line. That is just a throw. It's not an up and over. I mean, he just throws it right at both players. We've been one-on-one with Devontae Batten, who's a heck of a ball player. You know, one of our best cornerbacks. And that 17 is just ate our lunch all night long. Kevontae Nash has just gone up and gotten the football.
I'll be honest with you, he's one of the best high school receivers that I've seen in some time. He's got as good a hands as anybody that I've seen.
I mean, it looks like nothing's going to happen on the play, and then he just comes down with the football.
It's not been great throws. I guess it is great throws, in that the quarterback knows if he throws the ball up there.
Charlton County moves, gets going a little early there.
What'd
it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Kevontae Nash.
I'm surprised. I spend a lot of time on looking at recruits from this area and kids that are on the college radar, especially for the University of Georgia. And I'm surprised I haven't run across this kid's name. If he plays like this every week, you'll see his name coming up on some national recruiting boards. He's got decent speed too, and he's probably 6 foot, 6'1", and he looks like he weighs what, a good 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's got good size to him. And I don't know what size his hands are on all those measurables and everything, but when he goes up, he catches that football. There's been no bobbles. There's been no, it's just man hands going up grabbing that football.
It's a lot of it's just he wants it, and he refuses not to get it.
We have pressure again, and they throw again, and yeah. I think we went to somebody different than they did.
Number 18.
That's 18 or 19?
18.
That's a freshman, A.J. Bell.
Number 18 is?
Yep.
He's the one that returns the kicks for him. I can't see from this distance. It's either 18 or 19. I've been calling it 18 all night.
It's second down and goal from about the 6-yard line. We crash in as number 8, Lee, again jumps over the line of our first defense and just kind of falls forward all the way down to the 2-yard line. And here Charlton County is again knocking on the door. Big third down and goal from our 2.
And we got Payson coming up limping a little bit. It's easy in that middle of that line. It's easy to get your legs twisted, your ankles twisted. A lot of body parts flying around.
They have 3 running backs here. You can look for this to go to the right side behind those 2 bigs. We get in behind it, and we tackle him.
Jay Jackson again.
Great play by Jay from the right defensive side. Payson Sams is limping here. Left ankle. Jay crashed down from the back side and made a great play there. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like they're going to go for it. Let's hope that young man is okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. I don't know if it maybe even be a cramp, the way he's acting a little bit, bending over trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, I think that is. I think you. Now Charlton County calls a timeout.
Looked like they had their big package coming in. They had 2 or 3 linemen lined up in the back, and I'm not sure Coach McCorder was exactly happy with what he had, but he's called him to the sideline. He's going to make some adjustments. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You gonna eat that?
Looking at a key play of the game, we got 10 minutes and 34 seconds left. Charlton County is on our own 3-yard line. It's 4th down, 3 yards to go to score, and they bring in their what I would call a heavy package. They've got 2 linemen lined up in front of number 8, and it looks like the quarterback's going to turn and hand the ball. No, he's going to throw it and wide open, and it's going to be 6. Throw the ball to number 7, a great play. Here again, they had everybody in the stadium, myself included, thinking they're going to turn around and run a heavy package and just try to pound it in from our 3. Quarterback does a bootleg, more or less, a half bootleg, if there is such a thing. And their number 7 just goes down and out, and when he does, he winds up this Tavis Dasher. 12 senior, winds up with a touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't see his route, but I just imagine he fooled the cornerback there, acting like he was going to go inside on a slant move and just broke it off and went straight across out to the pylon, and he had plenty of room. Big dagger in the heart of our Red Raiders, 27-6, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's 28-6 as our home team hears. Fell down. We've been down before, so stay tuned. Plenty of football to go. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this ball game. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5.
A minute.
They do an onside kick and recover the ball and just throw more salt in the wound of our Red Raiders here tonight. 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go. We covered it, thought we had it, and the ball just squirted out.
I don't know if we said something. I don't know if somebody put something on the vent, but Charlton County's playing angry. They act like they come over here to make a statement against us tonight. And I don't know what the situation is, but Coach McWhorter has got these guys fine. They're jumping up. They're having a good time out there, and they're just playing to beat us, and they want to beat us bad. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, and they're doing it. And they hand it off to Lee again off the left side. Nobody even touches him until he's 10 yards down the field, and then we just get him around the ankles and trip him up. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he may be cramping a little bit. You know, this kid last year, they were talking about how good he was, and he broke his leg early in the season and was not able to come back to the end of the season, and he was one of the spark plugs that propelled Charlton County into a state championship last year. Charlton started off slow, and everybody was wondering what was wrong with Charlton County, and by the end of the season, they were playing for a state championship.
Well, here
Something
we are
to be said
again.
for tradition.
That's right. Nettles turns, hands it to Malik. This time he puts one foot in the ground, turns it right back up and gets 8 yards, 7 yards.
And I think we
and
just
he's
hurt
down.
him. Yeah. Jacob fell hard on his leg. And that don't look
They're going to call a timeout here, and we're going to take a timeout.
He's broke
and we'll
his
be
leg.
back in 30 minutes or 30 seconds after a station timeout. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5. Seems to have a leg injury. It's a lower leg injury. It's not in his knee, it doesn't look like, but they have brought the ambulance out, and so our thoughts and prayers are with that young man. And
our team is kneeling down, and both teams are kneeling down. It was an unfortunate accident. Our linebacker grabbed him from behind and kind of swung around to try to just kind of fell down to try to stop him. He had him by his jersey, and when he did, he fell on his leg. And this is Malik, what's his last name? Brunson.
Yeah.
Malik Brunson, one of their better players. He's been a
senior.
Yeah, he's been steady defending our best receiver, Tron Folsom. He's been steady all night doing that, and they brought him in in the second half and let him run the ball. And quite frankly, the boy's not quick. He's sudden. And then
right.
he stops on a dime. He's very, very shifty, very, very quick. And he made a cutback, and our linebacker caught him from behind, and there you have it. It was not a dirty play. It was just a play that takes place in a football game, and it's unfortunate that it's happened. We're going to go back to the station for some more, some more advertisement. Stay with us. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle. Who? Yeah. The ambulance has loaded up Malik Brunson, who is, as we've already told you, is a senior outstanding ball player for Charlton. As he was being loaded into the back of the ambulance, he threw the thumbs up, and everybody's kind of breathing a sigh of relief that this young man appears like he's going to be okay. Be sure and remember him and your family in your prayers. I know his mother saw his mother come walking across the field. And, having been a father, I am a father that saw his son go down his senior year with a leg injury. It's not a real good feeling, so be sure and say prayers for them. We've got some scores that we want to bring back to you, and I guess what would consider to be a shocker, Berrien County Rebels have shocked the world again tonight for the second week in a row. They beat Cook County last week, and they've come back now and beat Clinch County. The final score, Berrien 13, Clinch 12. Also, Camden County Wildcats is taking care of business as they're winning 42-21 over Brunswick. And right down the road in Memorial Stadium, Ware County Gators is beating the Coffee County Trojans 24-21, which is now a region game. Coffee dropped down one classification. They've dropped from the top classification, now is in the same region. Kind of an old throwback to the way things used to be, as Coffee and Ware now are battling for tops in the region in 1-5A. We also see Cook County is, in a surprise to me, Cook County is leading Pierce County 17-14. The Lowndes County Vikings are beating Rockdale 31-7. We've got West Florida is beating Cairo 19-7. Colquitt County Packers, who's ranked in the top 20 in the country. Colquitt County's 24, Enterprise, Alabama 10. And here again, Ware County 24, Coffee 21. Lance, it looks like we got some good South Georgia football going on.
Absolutely. As we resume play here, we are in the backfield, and this is just, it's hard to come back and play football and act like nothing ever happened, but there's still work to be done here in this game as Charlton County hands it off and nothing doing as Lee is met 4 or 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 to go.
They're just going to sit and we'll let the clock run. My hat's off to the Charlton County coaching staff. These boys know what they're about. This is not their first rodeo, and they understand the game of field position. They understand that if you keep your opponent pinned down, then the percentages of them being able to march up and down the field is way, way down. And they're
quarterback keeps it this time, and he's going to run out to the left, nothing doing. Smart play by staying in bounds. He's just running to run some time off. That's our enemy now, folks. It's 28-6, 8 minutes to go in this ball game. 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and the clock's ticking. Again, Malik Brunson has just left the ball game with an injury. Our thoughts and prayers are with he and his family. You never want to see that, and I'm sure Charlton will finish this ball game playing it for Malik. We hope everything works out well for he and his family. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go here, though. 28-6. The good guys are down.
And they snap it with 1 second left.
Great play by Payson Sams, who's still bothered by that ankle injury. Pass was underneath. That's going to stop the clock. 7 minutes and 39 seconds.
7:39. They're about to punt to us. We need a.
That was a 4th down play.
Was it? They didn't want to give it in the hands of one of our returners. And Aubrey Carter's coming back in at quarterback. We don't really have a choice at this point. We're going to have to fling the ball down the field if we got a chance. Looks like Xavier Hayes that's checked into the ball
game?
It
is.
Yeah.
There. And Drell never sees the ball.
And it was a good thrown ball.
It went right by him, I think, or I don't know, maybe it was behind him. Good play. We saw that same play late in the game.
Last week.
I think last week, yeah.
It was late in the game and really sparked us. as Drell went up between two defenders and made an outstanding athletic play last week.
7.5 minutes to go in this ball game. We need something from our offense now. It's complete, and he's pushed back, and they don't blow the whistle. His forward momentum was stopped 30 minutes ago. The ball does come loose or something, they say. And
Charlton County's got the ball.
Are they sincerely going to give it to Charlton County? He was met immediately.
I saw the white hat point towards Charlton.
He was met immediately. Now we have something going on over there, but I mean, he caught the ball and was pushed back from the time he caught it, and then right at the end they say, you know, the ball comes out, and they're going to say Charlton County football.
Their defensive backs just attack that football. Have you noticed that tonight? I mean, even when we make a reception, they're tackling the football.
Now they're throwing a penalty. Evidently that's on Tron because he seems to be the one getting upset about it. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Tron Folsom. Evidently he said something to the official there. The official didn't like.
And the wheels just fell off.
Absolutely. I don't understand the call there. I didn't see the ball come out, but, you know, anytime you see a receiver catch the ball and three people are pushing him back, immediately that's it. Forward momentum stopped. They blow the whistle. It's over. They took Tron back 10 yards, and then you see white jerseys start to point the other way. You know,
the only thing I can say is when the Tron caught the ball and turned upfield, the defensive back grabbed hold of the ball, and then they were wrestling for the ball, but they were going backwards during the time they were wrestling, and when they came down, the defender came up with it. I don't know why
it's
they would
all the way on the other side of the field from where we.
Yes.
I started to say stand, but I sat down a long time ago.
Yeah.
28-6, 7.5 minutes to go. Charlton County has the ball. More of Lee breaking 2 tackles, and now we have a penalty flag again.
Holding.
It's going to be holding on Charlton County. That'll back them up 10 yards. I think Blake Michael was the initial one in. Payson Sams has continued to fight through an injury all night. Well, we've played I hate to say a good ball game because there's so much that we've left out there on the field. We've fought tonight. We've given a lot of effort. Effort never is the problem with this football team.
Never is. It's always execution.
They always lay their heart on the line. Now we have side judge getting the yardage marker straight.
Evidently that was a first down play, and they had marked it second down. So now we're about to start, and they're just going to let the clock run. No, he's going to turn around and hand it. No, he looks.
And he's going to be brought down.
Devontae brought in a corner blitz at that time, looks like. At least Devontae is normally playing corner. So I don't know if it was a disguised blitz, if he was playing linebacker at the time. I'm not sure exactly where he was lined up, but
6.5 minutes will remain in this ball game when they snap this ball. It's going to be second down and forever, but all that is not the issue right now. Charlton County.
Now we're starting to flip-flop Tron with their number 17.
He looks the other way. We hit him, and we intercept it. And now if Tron can take it, he cuts it all the way back across the middle of the field. And now he goes back up, and he's going to take it down to the 40-yard line. And the Raiders are in business here. His game's not over yet. I don't know why these Raiders want to do this to me.
I don't know. They're killing me. I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock the other morning. After the
last Friday night, I'm telling you, they killed us. 6 minutes to go. It's like we flip a switch with about 8 minutes to go in the ball game. These last couple games.
It's kind of like all of a sudden we say, "Hey, we're in a football game."
28-6. The stands are starting to rock a little bit. They're familiar with what happened. I'm sure Charlton County is too, and they want to put this mess to rest real quick.
Be looking in.
Aubrey gets the pass. He's rushed, and he's going to be sacked. They blitz off the right side of our offense, and we just do not pick it up.
Well, what happened, you got Drell standing out here, and his head is turned to the sideline while we snap the football. Aubrey's running for his life looking for Drell, and Drell's standing back looking at the sideline. Here again, it's just a matter of us. We're just not executing. We're not executing. We're not on the same page. Nobody is on the same page.
Well, it wasn't a secret. The same man who blitzed on the left side is on the right side now fixing a blitz. And he's coming, and we pick him up. And we throw a deep pass, and it is broken up. And we're just throwing haymakers now. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's going to be third down.
You know, we got receivers that are running wide open down the middle of the field, but we very rarely ever throw it to the middle of the field. We're going to throw it to number 3 or we're going to throw it to number 2. And I don't know that we're reading the defense at all. It seems like we're predetermined.
It's like we're in the backyard playing pitch and catch.
We're just going to see if our guys can out-jump their guys. But they're pretty good athletes on the other side of the field. We got double coverage out here against Tron.
And they're just bringing the house. And we get it to Tron, and Tron breaks the tackle and goes off the right side from 20 to 10 to 5. He's going to go and take it in for a touchdown. There is a penalty down. It's going to be on them, I think, roughing the passer. The flag in the backfield, we're going to decline that.
We're going to have to go for 2 here.
We're going to decline that penalty. The touchdown is good. It's going to be 28-12.
No wonder we throw it to Tron.
That time he threw a perfect back shoulder pass there to stop Tron in his tracks, just like the doctor ordered. I'm sure the offensive coordinator, I'm sure they got together in the film room and said, okay, now you're going to do a dig route here about 17 and a half yards down. You're going to stop and turn around and go the other way. That's again, that's just a case where Aubrey's making a play and throwing it out there to him. Threw it that time to the outside shoulder. Tron adjusted and took it to the house. That seems to be our best play.
Mm-hmm. And there's no doubt Tron Folsom is an elite athlete. There's no doubt.
And now we're deciding what we're going to do. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this ball game as Bacon County scores yet again late in the ball game. And I don't know what our scoring percentage is with about 5 minutes left to go in the game, but
pretty high.
I think we're outscoring everybody 60-0 right now. 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
We're going to do a fade route to Tron. Is that what we're fixing to do?
We got 2, and we try to bring somebody else over there.
Right across the middle, right open.
Aubrey scrambling, and there is a flag down, and I think that's going to be a hold.
Yep.
Nothing doing, and it is a hold, and they're going to decline that. 28-12, the Raiders do intercept and go down and take it in for the score. Still some ball game to left. We've seen stranger things happen in Red Raiders this year. We'll be back as soon as we return with Red Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle.
Nose as we trot Jay Jackson out, who was a perfect 3 for 3 on onside kicks. That's what we're fixing to do again tonight. As we recovered 3 onside kicks, just unheard of last week to keep us into the Pierce game. And with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left, that's where we're at tonight.
And we're kicking after a 15-yard penalty. You remember they had a roughing the passer.
Right. Were we fixing to do a free kick?
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll kick a field goal on them. You better watch them.
If we could get it. If we could get this onside kick.
Nope. Pops right up, and they get it right into his hands. Luck couldn't strike, but we've been kicking it off to them, and they've been taking it at the 35, so nothing doing really.
Yeah.
We onside kick. They recover. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go. We've got to hold them. The clock's our enemy. I think they need to throw it again and give it to us.
No, Brent Johnson, he's back behind us here, and he's making a good point. I don't see them throwing the ball again. They messed up and threw an interception last time. They'll be happy just to let the time run. I'm not sure. I don't think we have any timeouts left, do we, Brent?
I don't think so.
I want to thank my daughter-in-law, Whitney Peavy, who's done an outstanding job on Raider Radio and through Twitter and Facebook, keeping us up to date. Her and Matt and Stephen Hardwick taking pictures. We appreciate them.
And they go right up the gut on us, and they convert a first down, another 11-yard run.
That's number 8.
Wide open. Andrew Lee again. Junior running back.
Is that number 8 or number 9?
It's number 8. Don't say number 9 now. We've been calling him no, that's number 8. Andrew Lee.
Is it?
Get me doubting myself on number 9.
It just doesn't appear to be running the same style is the only thing that I'm saying. And I think, I may be wrong.
We have a bunch of people. We run blitz on the wrong side, and he goes off the right side, and we had 3 or 4 coming from the left. They run away from our blitz, go take it down inside the 40-yard line now, and they're fixing to run this clock out, folks.
Yep.
We are run blitzing. We're sending the house. Send it on the wrong side then. We have 9 people up in the box. We get him that time. Behind the line of scrimmage, a flag comes in.
Holding again.
It's going to be holding against them.
Been their one consistent penalty that they've had. They've had 2 or 3 holding or 4 calls.
We'll probably decline this penalty. I don't know why we'd give them another down and let them burn another 25 seconds.
It's a good point, Lance.
We dropped them behind the line of scrimmage already. But we're going to give it to them, or we're going to take the penalty anyway. It'll remain first down. I'm sure they won't mind getting a holding penalty on every play till that 4 minutes is gone.
That's a good point, Lance.
The yardage does not matter. It's time on the clock. You got to stop them on 4 downs. I say the yardage doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying.
Sure. I know exactly what you're saying. That 10 yards doesn't matter if we don't get the ball back.
And we meet the quarterback in the backfield again as Devontae Batten made a nice play. He's taken out some of that vengeance that number 17's put on his tail all night long.
Well,
Great
the difference
play.
in the ball game has been their number 17 and their quarterback as far as offense is concerned. When we looked like we was going to be able to hold it, and it's not been. He's been open at times, been wide open on blown coverages, but for the most part, after the middle of the first quarter, we've had coverage on this guy, and he just adjusted and made plays. And the difference has been their ability to operate on offense and our inability to operate on offense.
That has been the difference
That's
in the game.
been the story of the game. It's not been effort, I can promise you. Great
Jay
play by
Jackson
Jay
again.
Jackson again. Has he had any tackles that are not for loss this year? That cat has probably had 8 or 10 tackles for loss this year.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's probably has to be leading the region at this point in tackles for loss.
Absolutely. He's playing angry as well. It's going to be third down in a long while.
I want to congratulate my Ware County Gators as they hosted the Coffee County Trojans tonight and beat Coffee 24-21 to take what could very well be a lead for at least as far as people's concerned in the region over there in 1-5A.
They handed off again, and Lee, I think that was Lee. It may have been a number 3. Regardless, he is spun around, hit immediately. It's going to be fourth down.
Got some more finals. Bainbridge, Georgia is 7 over Monroe out of Albany with 6. So that was a defensive struggle. Then when you have Pelham, that's 20, Miller County 8. Again, Ware County 24, Coffee 21. And I don't know if it's final yet, but Cook is leading Pierce 17-16. And Crisp County and Worth County were suspended due to storms. They'll play tomorrow morning at 11. I'm sorry. And Appleton County 44, Tatna County 22. That's a final.
A minute and a half to go in this ball game. They punt it deep to Tron. He's going to fair catch it.
Tron's about gone. Tron's tired.
24-yard line. It'll be first and 10, 28-12 in this ball game. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to 93.5 Red Raider football, the Eagle.
Reverse, and we got some players out in front for Tron if he can just get the sideline. And
he is. He's up and out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Good play, good call by our coach. We had what looked like a double reverse.
Yeah, everything was set up going to the right and pitched it back to him coming back. I don't know what lineman that was. I think it might have been Big 69, Mike Restrepo out there. Or it might have been somebody else.
It was Trevor Williams, number 53.
Pass is complete. That time up to Drell, up to about the 48-yard line. It's going to be second down. The clock's ticking.
We need to get in a hurry,
Less
guys.
than a minute to go in this ball game.
Their safety's playing deep. Great
pass complete to Drell. He spins off. He's going to get down at the 31-yard line. It's going to be first and 10. Red Raiders, 40 seconds to go in this ball game.
I would run Drell down the middle again, and I would come deep right here to Almond because he was wide open again. Everybody's going with Drell to the middle. We spiked the ball with 38 seconds left.
You get the feeling it's just too little too late, though, Ref.
Just a little bit too late. And unless we score right here and recover an onside kick, and we've still got to hit two two-point conversions just to tie.
Played a hard-fought ball game here tonight. You know, nothing to be ashamed of, but these moral victories don't add up on the scoreboard. You know, only so many of these contests that we can take. Flags are down before the snap. They're going to call a false start on us. And all night long, they have made that same call. Aubrey back to pass, and he's rushed, and he's going to be brought down. He's grabbed by the jersey. That's 51. Mookie Smith, Sucker's a sophomore.
Time for one more play unless we get out of bounds.
18-17. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to go right up the sideline all the way. And there is a flag on the play down here, and that's our center, and I hope he's okay. He just ain't happy.
What did our center do?
Well, I think he got blocked in the back or something. I mean, there's a flag on them.
Yep, with time run out.
That'll be the ball game. That'll be the ball game. That's the story of the night. Our Red Raiders fall short. Charlton County just came in here and played football tonight, and we, again, struggle all game to start playing football till late in the game, and that just doesn't get it done. We fell too far behind, couldn't make up. We lose this contest 28-12. I don't know what the officials are trying to work out up there, but this game's over.
He's ejected somebody. He just threw somebody out.
I think there's your ball game. Might have been a cheap shot right there, evidently, that we didn't see.
Must have.
So White Hat's going over and telling their coach now.
He's kicked out. That may have been number 56, which is their second string nose guard. Their first team nose guard's already out with the injury, so they may be going in crippled. We're going to go back to the studio. We appreciate you listening to us on 93.5 The Eagle, and we'll be coming back with the coaches' interview in just a few minutes. So stay with us.